It is time for 100 Thieves to take on Team Liquid for our final best of 3 of the day. And my oh my, if you are a Liquid fan, they have turned it around coming into this playoff stage. And I've got Maniac and Potter with me to break this one down. But before we get into that, let's remind you guys of how this bracket looked. And well, Potter, I'll let you take this one away because this bracket, it's looking good for our predictions, but it might not be as good as we think it is for some people who might be favoring the Thieves in this one.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, 100 Thieves, they've made it all the way here, which is kind of a surprise. You know, we saw their new coach coming in, 100 Thieves. They haven't had as much success as we had hoped, but man, do they look good making it all the way to the consolidation finals. But in their way stands Team Liquid, which also, again, was a huge question mark. Can they make it this deep? Can they make a playoff run? Because the type of Liquid that we saw in those group stages was super questionable. But, you know, we find Liquid here looking really strong, looking really confident, and the only thing standing in their way before they meet Furia is 100 Thieves.
And that's one thing, right? When we're looking at this and we're looking at how this bracket worked out, even when Liquid were not having good results, they were still beating 100 Thieves. That's a scary prospect when you're looking at it. So I want to start with these 100 Thieves guys because they've got everything in their favor at the moment, and they haven't played the game, right? They've got to chill. They've got to watch Liquid perform. They get to understand, okay, we can get ourselves in the best shape possible. We didn't have the early game either, so we should be in the ultimate A-game form. But is that even enough?
That is a tough question. Listen, I was hoping to catch this Liquid game. I took a tiny nap and they had already won the first map. That's not a great sign. It's really not a great sign. I did not have time to watch this first map. It just went way too quickly. But for the 100 Thieves, you're right. I think preparation should be in their corner, definitely. The problem is, I've watched them play last week for the Blast Wing, and they've dropped the ball 3 maps in a row where they had a great advantage. They couldn't close it out. I think we're seeing a better 100 Thieves. Their performance versus Furia was a little bit better. They made it to 3 maps. They could have gone either way. So these are, I want to say, positive signs. I'm not even sure this is going to be enough.
Ooh. Now, when we look at this lineup, though, right, we continually talk about JKS. We've seen Liaz now start coming to his own a bit more. Gratisfaction certainly has the confidence in there, but it's Jacob who I'm looking to now to be the one that is backing up the likes of JKS on a more consistent basis. We want to see them take the win.
Yeah, we do want to see them take the win with Jacob stepping up. And, you know, the last series around versus Furia, he was a little bit more quiet. Actually, all 4 of the other guys on 100 Thieves were a little bit more quiet. It was only JKS, Mr. Savage himself, that was really in it. And he did his damnedest to keep these 100 Thieves guys within that match. But, you know, this series is the most interesting for me, not because of what I'm expecting these individuals in the server. It's this veto coming out from Chet. I mean, ever since he's joined this 100 Thieves side, he said he wants to make his players come out of his comfort zone, come out of their comfort zone to demand growth, ignite some development, further development for this squad. And he's leading by examples coming into these map selections. I mean, we've seen him now pick Overpass in a series. We know Overpass is their insta-veto always. We've seen him busting out Vertigo on a consistent basis. Now, not to the most success as I'm sure that the 100 Thieves want, but you know what? Once again, these 100 Thieves guys, they're trying to come out of their comfort zone and formulate some sort of winning plan.
And that winning plan is what it's all about. But we're going to get to hear from 100 Thieves now, how they felt after that Fury game and what they're looking at now going into Liquid.
We played well going into it, into Inferno. Fury kind of seemed like they were kind of confused on what they were doing a lot of the rounds. Art was doing his usual stuff, but when they were entering into sites and stuff, it seemed like they were discombobulated or something. Plus our B players on Inferno, they were just slamming them.
Yeah, really got the timings down, but JKS a bit of mistiming. He gets that reload in just in the nick of time. Jacob buys his time and then flashes through himself. He's gonna have so many heads in front of him. Penny, barely left over, is just shot down by JKS.
I feel like we were both playing really well, and some of the rounds just went their way. Like they had the read. Kind of felt like we were playing more to not lose than playing to win. We didn't have the same sort of passion in our plays, and we weren't asserting ourselves into all the situations that we could have. And they basically took advantage of that. They got all the space on the map and they just stomped us.
They're ready to hit this. Seems like Art expects it in anticipation. He posts up on the orange box. There's the first one at JKS. and he smokes himself out of the position. Falls back to mini quad, and drops bomb. Another. Our swap is just too damn good.
I don't know, they played really well in that last map. We just like let them run away with the lead, and then it was just hard to get back into the game basically.
And Vinny's coming in with the flank, but he has to 1v2. He's been spotted. Oh, but Vinny all the while's got it.
Coming into this match, we've just been preparing normally. We're not really expecting anything out of the ordinary for today's game. Chet's been doing his own research so that we can get back into the finals against Furia and teach them a lesson.
Teach them a lesson, Mr. Gratisfaction. I like it, and the cheeky smile at the end. But the really good thing from that I'm hearing is they're aware that these games they're throwing away, now they need to find that confidence. They can't allow for all this to happen because they've been in so many situations where this game was winnable for.
Yeah, you're right. And this is where the loss of Kassad might actually come into play, right? Because from the outside, it did feel like he was more than just a coach. I think he was a mentor. I think he was a father figure to them, an authority figure as well. Very strong character in that way. And then he would be the one making sure that everyone is always at 100%, no matter what's the score. Now, you bring in Chet, who definitely will have an input in terms of Counter-Strike strategies. He really has a mind for the game. I don't doubt it. What I doubt a little bit more is this charisma side of things. The ability to gather people together, make sure everyone is on track, make sure everyone is activated. I'm not sure he's up to par with Kassad. I think Kassad was really up there in that department, really. So I'm a little bit scared for 100 Thieves in that specific area.
Well, they're going up against a very deadly looking Liquid right now. And that's one team, right, that where we said about them in the group stage, what they've been able to change around here, it is a night and day difference. It's like they've finally woken up.
Yeah, it's so crazy to think, right? But it's really exactly that. It's the slowly, individually, you start to see Twist start converting rounds that shouldn't be possible. You start to see Nap back up to his shenanigans, taking those confident angles, those confident duels. Elige just getting 4Ks out of just the amount of skill within this Liquid side. You could see that they start developing their trust back within each other, because that was one of those things is these players, they were hitting their shots before. They just weren't able to close out those rounds, and maybe the communication was off, but right now they are firing on all cylinders, and it's looking like a scary, scary Liquid.
And one thing we knew about Liquid, right, was we already knew in the group stages that Stewie had come in and he was taking over the in-game leader side of things. But even then, the individuals were not stepping up. I think this bit of a break they had, this bit of time they had to get themselves ready for the playoff stages has massively benefited them, because it is like we're seeing the old Liquid, but also we're seeing with like some new flair that the other teams don't seem to be able to have an answer for.
Absolutely. I mean, I couldn't argue against it even if I wanted to. Listen, they've played the 4 maps they've played this week. They've played 4 different maps. That's the first time. Then on every opponent's map pick, they've absolutely destroyed them. 6-6 Gen G, 6-4 Cloud9. Both of their first CT style on each map were 12-3. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And this is where, it's like I said the other day, Liquid have this ability to completely disable your game plan. That is it. It doesn't matter if you have the best strategy ever. It doesn't matter if the flash is good, if the fake is good, because each and every one is individual. If they have the good day, they can take 3 of you, 2 to 3 of you minimum when you fight them. And this is exactly what happened in these PT sides. They've just destroyed everyone. They make teams look silly, teams that aren't silly at all, teams that have strategies, teams that have ideas, but they've just, let me just crush you for a second right here. Exactly what they've done.
And they've been doing it with a smile on their faces, even laughing what Nitro told us in the interview. So let's see what's going on in the Liquid camp now.
With the 100 Thieves, it's not too tricky for us. They brought in Chet or Hamapet from EG, so they're kind of, he might like bring some things that he did with EG, whereas like EG is a team we played a lot too in the past, so if he brings something, we might expect it.
Flank. We're gonna need it. Look at this. Go ahead.
Yeah, inside the A site, Stewie's just deleted a man down in the connector. And he's able to follow up as well. This AWP finding a lot of impact. Naf's come in with one from CT. This double AWP tearing Gen G apart. It's getting better and better by the minute for Team Liquid. The flashes are so good. That's
They don't really do anything too crazy. They're pretty defaulty. Sometimes they might pull some rushes here and there to catch you off guard, but overall 100 Thieves is a team that we kind of had, like we most of the time have had their numbers, so.
He's here for Liquid if they play their cards right. Twist is trying to get aggressive, and he's netted himself a kill. Nitro follows up, and oh no, the slaughterhouse is right in front of us. Twist with 3.
We know that if we just play confident and we just play our game versus 100 Thieves, no problem for us. It should just be a W for us.
a confident NAF there against obviously 100 Thieves that they're well aware of how they play, but they've got to be understanding that has changed so much. Like you mentioned, Potter, right? When it comes down to the map pool, we can definitely see the change in what 100 Thieves are trying to add with all of this. But ultimately, I am just so nervous for 100 Thieves, who I consider to have a good chance going forward in this. And just the more I've seen Liquid, the more it's like, oh God, no. Like, what do you do against the Liquid that's back like this?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, you even see it in that, not just in his, what the words that he's saying, but he's delivering it in that server as well. And when you're facing off against a confident NAF that's just, he knows exactly what his game plan is going to be, it's such a scary prospect, especially for 100 Thieves going into this.
Now, I want to get you guys' thoughts on where you think this veto may go, because like you were saying, Maniac, Liquid, they've been in a position where we've seen kind of multiple maps from them, 4 different maps, but they've only played 4 games. So are they just going to give us the whole map pool?
Yeah, it does look like it. I mean, the few certainties that we have is that Train should not be in the map pool. Liquid was going to take it out. I don't know why they did allow 100 Thieves to go there, which means that Vertigo would be open if the 100 Thieves wanted to surprise them, if they wanted to go for the punish/strategical pick. Because in terms of open maps, as you've said, we've seen Liquid dismantle everyone on any of them. So Vertigo might be the only way in, but then if you're Liquid, I think you know it's coming.
Yeah,
Hold on,
I have to agree with you. Yeah, I have to agree with that 100%. The funky thing about this scenario is if 100 Thieves pick Vertigo once again coming to this series, it'll be the third series that they're going to bring it out versus Team Liquid.
Ooh.
And if they lose, it'll be the third time they lose in a row. Because although 100 Thieves have busted it out 2 times in a row, they've lost on it 2 times in a row and by quite a big margin. But now we know this is a different looking 100 Thieves. And I got to say, it's probably looking like third time's a charm.
Or it could be 3 strikes and you're out, you know? It could work both ways.
Yeah.
It could really go any way. All right, let's get into this video. Let's have a look at what's going on. And okay, Vertigo straight away. You are correct. And we're going to get a decider on Dust 2 as well. Ooh, this gets spicy. This gets interesting. But there's a lot resting on this Vertigo. There is a hell of a lot.
Yeah,
there is. And there's even another layer here, guys, because not only did 100 Thieves pick Vertigo into Liquid twice, but Liquid also faced off versus Furia, who picked Vertigo against them, and they beat Furia as well. And we know that 100 Thieves lost to Furia just the other day on Vertigo. So there's a lot of mixing, matching going on here. 100 Thieves, though, I like the fact that they're saying, you know what? We've worked on our flaws. We've worked on our mistakes. And third time's a charm, baby. We're bringing it out again here in this series.
This time's, yeah. I mean, the only question I have is regarding Liquid's T-side on Overpass. Because right now, I think it has become something as certain as gravity that Liquid on the CT side will demolish pretty much anyone. So, you know, Vertigo, 100 Thieves, it might end up not mattering at all because Liquid will start on the CT side and they'll do what Liquid does. Then we move on to Overpass. Then 100 Thieves, they should potentially start on the CT side, and then we get to see the T side of Liquid. I am yet to see Stewie getting tested. I want to see him struggle. I want to see Liquid down in the drain, having no money, facing a double AWP, all the Molotovs in the universe, and then Stewie having to actually, you know, come up with a plan, because that's going to be the true test. So far, we've seen Liquid just sipping mojitos and having a good time because they've destroyed everyone. So now I want to see him being tested. That's what I'd like to see in this series.
Okay. Well, we're going to get the understanding of what we will see in this series real soon. But before that, as always, Twitch chat, it is your time to get involved. Do you think it's going to be Liquid, or do you think it's going to be 100 Thieves? I'm wondering how many Aussies are awake right now to see how it's going to go down. But you guys have got some time to decide on which way you think it might be happening. So get your votes in. We're going to a break. And then when we come back, we're going to be giving our own predictions. We're going to dive into this a little bit more. And then we finally get to see 100 Thieves taking on Liquid. We're just a few minutes away from getting into the big game between 100 Thieves and Team Liquid. One of these two teams will be making it to the final to face up against Furia, who have a 1-map lead. but they have to get past this final step in order to make that happen. Liquid coming in hot, but 100 Thieves, they've got the time, they've been able to prepare, they've been able to watch all the madness go down. So let's have a look at what you guys at home decided to go with this time around. Have the Aussies woken up crazy early to give us a better... Oh, no, it looks real bad. That's North America and a half. There's 19% of people out there, though. They've got some hope in there. But what is that hope all about? Yeah.
I think they click on the wrong one. You know, when it's like the page is loading and you want to click on the one and then there's an image coming out and you click on the wrong link. I think that's what happened for these 19% people. It's okay. We understood what you meant. Good.
Oh,
and I mean, this Twitch chat, I mean, it makes sense, right? I mean, when you're watching these Liquid guys making the shots that they're making, it's hard to vote against that. It's hard to say and find a way how 100 Thieves can get themselves into that. But thinking about this Vertigo, it's going to be on their T side of things. The last time around when they faced off, it was their T side. They were only able to garner 4 rounds. So this time around, if they get a hotter start, if they're able to get their trade game up there, because we just saw Cloud9, that's where their failures were, then I mean, they've certainly got the skill to make this one competitive.
Now, prediction time, guys. This is the one you've got to decide on. Now, we know where our Betway predictions lie, but Potter, starting with you, which way are we going?
I'm going with Liquid here. Obviously, I mean, Liquid, they're looking way too strong, pound for pound. 100 Thieves have got to be playing at 115%, but I still think 100 Thieves are going to make this one interesting.
Okay, Maniac.
I'm currently reading. I'm trying to find a way to 100 Thieves to win this. So I'm really going through the pages over here, but there's nothing that's helped me here. I think it's going to be Liquid. I think it's going to be 2-0. They will probably win the first map with 16-5, 16-6, and then the second map will be a little bit close because we love some tight Counter Strike.
You know, I'll actually say in my defense that even though my predictions went all the way in Liquid's way, I'm still going with Liquid, but I do think that we'll see 100 Thieves get a map. I do think the crazy 2-0 dream of just dominating everyone can't go on for too much longer, and 100 Thieves will surely have a trick or two up their sleeves. But guys, it's time for you to leave me. It's time for you to sit back and relax and enjoy the show and enjoy all the voicing that we're going to hear from these two gentlemen, Mr. Scrawny and Lornas, as we bring those guys in. And you've already watched it, right? This was domination from Liquid last time around, but can they do it again? Can they deliver that level for another time?
I think so.
Yeah, you think so? Yeah. I mean, 100 Thieves, they basically never win versus Liquid. I mean, I didn't realize how
even in the
head-to-head was. Yeah, it's so bad. Even when Liquid were playing badly, they were still winning. So I don't know, man. I'm going with Liquid, I think.
We're all on the Liquid camp with this one, but what positives, because go on, you guys have commentated 100 Thieves enough over these last couple of weeks. What positives have you seen from these guys and how they've changed it around?
I'll give you one positive. So in all their series, JKS has never been the top best player for the most part. It's been Gratisfaction, which is kind of cool in their series versus Liquid. But yesterday, JKS, he was plus 30 across the whole series versus Furia. He had averaging 90 ADR every single map, and even in a 16-14 loss on Train, he finished with a 1.5 rating, and he was 28-16 in a map that went 30 rounds. So he is playing amazing from yesterday. So maybe if he gets 80 kills today, they can win.
80 kills, oh my.
And 2 maps, of course.
I'm about to say, yeah, there's some record-breaking stuff right here. Well, I'm going to Vertigo go over here, and you guys are going to go and commentate that map for me. So take it away, boys.
Sounds good. Sit back and relax, James. We all know you've earned it. I think that on top of JKS performing incredibly well, another X factor, another silver lining or win condition for 100 Thieves, and I'm sure you'll agree with this, is the fact that we do have Liaz in the server, and he has been the difference maker on key rounds for the Thieves.
Yeah, his form's been really good. In general, 100 Thieves are also taking a bump in terms of form across the board on all their players. Gratisfaction looks more consistent. Liaz is looking more and more like a star player like we've never seen him play before, which is awesome. And JKS, full-fledged star. And we saw that on Inferno, but that was Inferno versus Furia. And unfortunately, these guys do not play Inferno versus each other. There's not really room for that in the veto. And I think, honestly, 100 Thieves, although they had a good veto, having to pick into Vertigo is strange. They lost versus Furia. They played it versus Liquid before. They've never really won. So it's a very tough situation for them just based on the veto. Then we look at the match earlier, and there's more things pointing in the favor of Liquid. There's not really a lot here to go for with 100 Thieves unless they achieve new heights today.
Yep, I think that's what it's going to take. It's just going to take a great performance. You know, this is a team who has vied for control in terms of being in the top 5 teams of Counter-Strike, and all it takes is that one particular shining star to really get this one going. So we'll see. We'll see what 100 Thieves have to give us. For the time being, it looks like they're going to set up side of the B site, boosting JKS into position. No defense on the bomb side either, to note.
Yeah, just a spot at mid. It's actually not too bad. It's really difficult to hold from within the site, but this could mean a plant at the very minimum, which we know how important that is.
Of course. Let's see. Twist. Oh, kind of burning. Oh, damn. Down to 19 HP, and he's not going to find anything in front of him. So that's an excellent piece of utility there for 100 Thieves. Burning construction. Bomb plant for free. 5 versus 5 in the post. And the CTs, well, they've got that smoke and a flashbang to try and retake with. We see Nitro priming this utility with 3 teammates ahead of him, ready to rock this one forward. JKS, first kill, and not a second. Twist is able to bring it back with Nitro as well, finding a frag. These last 3 Ts gonna get pinched. We do have Stewie 2K coming up from ramp, but it's all on Elige. The flank shut down and the forefront as well. 100 Thieves take opening pistol.
I love the strat. We haven't seen them use this pistol before. That's a really cool one. Calls out Twist spot, where Twist is forced to rotate to mid because he doesn't know if there's players in the site already, and there in fact were, so he made the best decision possible. Now, it's a 5v5 retake, and this is even more credit to the hold because we all know that before the retakes on D-side Vertigo were too easy for good teams, and now they've gotten even easier. The site cover has been shrunken, thinned out in the metal pillars, or shrinked in size, like the boxes are now shorter. Everything is harder to sit behind. So it's even better that that 100 Thieves were able to pull that out in the post plan, given the high numbers left over on Team Liquid. So a very nice start here for 100 Thieves to kick things off.
Leash flashed through at the worst possible moment. Looked like Gratisfaction was not going to get that reload in, but he has managed to survive the onslaught there from Team Liquid. A very clear intent to push into the forklift room, and ultimately doesn't net them what they'd wanted. Man, he was sweating bullets as he finished the reload.
Yeah, I think they were just waiting for that one chance. Oh, he's reloading. Okay, let's get in there. And yeah, so we look to this. We look to find new stuff on the T side of 100 Thieves, and we've seen them play Vertigo, so it'll be interesting. Their T side's up and down. It's hard to say which one's actually better. Some of their last matches versus Liquid versus Furia, it's been a bit back and forth as to where they get more of their rounds, and some of the matches are already out of date because they were so long ago. It was old Vertigo, but some new ideas have been brought into the map, of course. But Liquid will just go ahead and save here. And yeah, it must be rough if you're 100 Thieves to pick into Vertigo because you played it versus Liquid, you lose most of the time, and the last time you picked it in your veto, picked it against Furia, you got stuffed on the map. There's recent game tape on the map as well. And at least that part of the argument goes both ways for Liquid. So Liquid just played Overpass 2 hours ago, and 100 Thieves were almost certainly hanging out, watching it together, I would assume. And that's a lot of very relevant and good game tape for them to go off of. But if they watch the demo, I think what they'd be most scared about seeing was the fact that Elige was never doing anything special, but they could not kill him. He would be able to get 2 or 3 kills holding some unfavorable position, and it was the individual performances that demos might do nothing else but just scare you.
That's the Z-spray from Elige. It could have dropped Gratisfaction first had he not killed the player in the background. And then there's a world where they pick up the Galils and maybe they win that force buy. But it's all over. And of course, they'll try their hand with the minimal pistols yet again here in the third. Oh, big rush. Mac 10, easy unload for Azur. He's going to get himself 2 kills. Nitro nearly dead, but still standing.
Bomb hasn't picked a home yet. They'll still scour this out. So far, pretty clean start. I think what we need to see into these next few rounds is that Liquid have much better practice versus top teams on Vertigo. And what they do best is they have a nice balance between boosts, spams, and lurks. And 100 Thieves aren't as complete as they are. Not quite as good as Furia. Liquid are even better. I mean, this is a map they prayed perhaps to take down Liquid in, or sorry, Astralis in. And there is a nice opening kill to be traded. You would assume Gratisfaction just wants to go now. He's not having fun anymore.
He could be the big difference maker here. Cutting off the elevator room. Trying to find the second one. Smoke goes down. Really wanting to walk away from this situation with their weapons. 100 Thieves doesn't want to die to the antics of these last two CTs. So Nitro dying opens a route for them to exit. They are going to run away from that bomb, and it looks like Twists will survive as well here. So 3-0, 100 Thieves. Excellent start to their T side. Excellent start to their map choice.
I'll see where the attention goes. If it's going to be the A side setup at first to see what Liquid want to do on the A ramp, or if they want to try a full B like they did on that pistol. It'll be cool to see if their plans has changed at all. And of course, after that Furia loss, they might have gone back to the workshop and tried to discover new ways of approaching both sites. Would have been in their best interest, surely. Got nothing else to do these days. Liaz holding post in mid while there's lots of pressure. Fast towards A.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, trades come out though. Nafly dropping the spray down onto Jacob, meaning he only gets one.
Now Stewie's going to look to lock down middle, and Liaz walks right into it. So the plan B for the mid play doesn't come through. Back to the initial idea, wrapping around on the side of ramp and trying to get into this A site. Now, the silver lining is there's only one defender still here. Team Liquid, they've just got Naf tucked behind Boost, and Azur hunting for the headshots. Oh, we do have a Liege over here, tucked behind on short, in fact. No, it's through the walls. He's in T-spawn. Goddamn outlines. Gratisfaction, he does clear Nafly. So this site is clear for the bomb plant. Everything is fine. It was a ruse. Grenade, excellent damage. Emphasis on the excellent. I mean, that takes Gratisfaction and Azur down to real weak. Azur, almost holds off on that flank. Now Gratisfaction, he's going to have everything to do. And he just made an audible. Still able to get the headshot versus Stewie, but Twists bests him, and we've got Liquid on the board.
Yeah, I mean, it was actually kind of close at the end there, but of course, a fantastic grenade, as you pointed out, to allow those guys to not be able to win their trades on the flanks. And yeah, it's the initial aggression towards A. This is how she goes sometimes. You run up the A ramp, you lose a couple of trades, and then suddenly you have no way to make any more forward progress. So although the first trade comes out, Nitro serves as a perfect body bait because Nafly is actually in a better position to get both kills. And it ends up not being great for 100 Thieves, but you're going to take some risks like that sometimes on Vertigo to try to win rounds up A. I just expected something a slight bit slower, but cool to see the tempo is high. I think for sure, as was referenced, the assertiveness needs to turn up.
There's the turn up from Azur. Cranks the dial for the first two kills. Nitro and Naf never really given a chance to fight back, but a Liege, he most certainly will. Gets the first kill and a second. He's equalized the numbers back, but he has 3 HP, and still he's able to keep fighting. Dropping the bomb carrier, and Team Liquid just putting an absolute end to this attempt on A site. A Liege making magic happen with minimal HP. And Gratisfaction going to try to creep through this smoke. Now, Stewie is just on the other side. Grat doesn't have that bomb either, so can't even go for the quick plant, but he will get the quick kill. A headshot enables that one. And now there's a world where maybe he goes back for bomb. Maybe he continues on, hunting an additional kill. It's low HP here for a Liege. Oh, he just turns his head. That could have been his end, but he's still good for now.
Yeah, going back to B is a lot of angles to clear. But Liquid, their rotate's not that bad either way. So they'll just gamble on this. The Liege is low. I don't know if they rush the plan on this one. 30 seconds up, could be a fake. But they risk it by allowing the bomb to go down as well. So, oh, he doesn't even tap. He's actually just going to search out this frag. And yeah, he's going to come into the angle of one CT. Twist is sitting here prepared. And
no, he's not.
That's a hard clear. That's an instant kill. A Liege, you might want to peek early because of how low he is. He'll start to walk out. Grat's sticking it. A Liege, he's going up top. Grat is not ready. And oh my God, how can you kill this guy? It's impossible. He just doesn't die. We saw an overpass. He could not be traded. He could have low HP, back against the wall, hard right angle, full flashed, no teammate around to help him, and a Liege can multi-frag. He even wins that clutch with a pure headshot. And Liquid get another one. This one should have been... The clutch shouldn't even come close to possible after you have a trade like this from Elige, like seriously, even JKS as the third man up when he has like 3 HP can't kill him.
Damn, Grat. Good effort. NT's in the chat. That one was pretty damn close, but cheesing ADR. Elige did 138 damage in the pistol round and didn't get a kill or an assist.
That must be so depressing. You get a great start on the A ramp. You get up to the site. Elige is finally just the last guy you gotta get rid of, and he takes out 3 people and wins the clutch. He's just clear. He's not stopping. The coffee is still working from this morning's match.
Also, minute detail, but really good call by Gratisfaction there to not ultimately fake the plant once. It looked like he was going to fake plant, but he never even made the sound. And had he made that sound, there is no way Twist has his attention turned. So he made the right call on that one. Just couldn't close the clutch. But we are right back at it here on the A site. We've got a little peek from short to the CT's favor, but Elige sees nothing. He is fully blind. It's a very clear sign of the presence here for 100 Thieves, and why would you expect anything else? They have very consistently tried to take this A site.
Yeah, slowing down a bit. No one peeking around the ramp. This is what we want to see, the exchange of spams. Unfortunately, it's a little bit messy. It's a little bit ugly on Vertigo, but this is the game you have to play. You have to try to get some damage in before you attack the site if there's no one on the ramp. Hopefully you watch for boost, you get those pickoffs as well. Put some pressure, try not to get opt. 100 Thieves, not so bad so far.
Follow-up Molotov to behind the sandbags. Nitro, he's going to take position inside the smoke at the base of Crane. And, well, now Naf, he's dropping his utility. Elige, oh, excuse me, Nitro, he gets flashed around the corner, but doesn't actually manage a frag. Naf, he's going to take the position of his dead comrade, trying to play on the front of this bomb site. We've got 3 defenders here in position, smoke all over. Naf's gone unchecked. Nafly is in a key position right here, right now. Naf activates 2 headshots, but Liaz shuts him down. Liaz trying to recover the bomb, but Elige giving cover with just the USP. It's Team Liquid across the kill feed. It's Team Liquid to tie at 3.
Oh man, I love the approach from Naf to try to play this that way. He had Nitro who was just in the smoke, so they thought the gimmick was done with, and Naf's like, nope, here's trick number 2. I'm gonna sit here as well, come out, shoot you in the back, and it's team's expecting that they're, and he's also the one to throw the Molotov onto Long as well, so that he stops a lot of the aggression and partakes in his own. And yeah, how are they supposed to read that? Only a spam through the smoke could have got rid of him. 100 Thieves on the pistols. And it always sucks. You can figure out your map, but then if someone starts to play a little bit different, you've got to learn their gimmicks, then things get complicated once again. Oh, but JKS, there was such a small chance there. Man, unfortunately, even though he sees this guy, he can't actually get a free kill now.
No.
As will be down the ramp.
Well, maybe he finds a bit of timing here, but I think at this point, the red flags are still up. JKS really going to play patient for it.
Mm-hmm. It is really interesting that he's almost never the player to play the best versus Liquid. It's always actually even either Gratisfaction or someone else. It's kind of cool. Liaz in one of their games, albeit quite a while ago.
Boost. This is an alternative, right? We've seen them even in the pistol round boost JKS to behind the wooden wall right there. Jacob, he gets a crucial 1D elsewhere on the map. This could very well start to fluster the defense, start to make the move. And exactly that happens. But JKS, he had a 1 chance with that deagle to take down Stewie. He misses his shot, gets a little bit of grenades thrown back at him, but it's all negligible. 100 Thieves going to group together and try to take down this A site. Now, once they attempt to entry, we do have the double defense, but Elige is floating ever closer towards mid because I think seeing that boost over towards the B site has the guard up for Liquid. Elige does come back in time. He's going to get himself 2 kills, a third. Naf's also adding a double to the kill feed. All too easy for Team Liquid, but that one really boiled down to the final few seconds.
Yeah, and you know what? You know, it seems like a lot of utility gets expelled both ways on the A site, but to get into the A site, we can see there's a lot of open fights here. It's kind of friendly to the Deagles. 1 smoke would help a lot, but if you do clear out angles slowly, get to the point of that pressure point at the top of ramp, you can win just off of a couple of trades. The real hard part is, of course, Yeah, he doesn't. It doesn't go off. Oh, they're gonna give it another shot. Okay. Oh, and
Oh no!
oh man, he buckles at the knees.
Oh, poor guy. His parachute didn't deploy. Just slams in.
Air. Holy smokes.
Too funny. And to be ready for that on the second attempt as well. You know, I think Gratisfaction, he's fully puckered when the first one doesn't go well, but he doesn't get thrown off the building. Now JKS's boost does work perfect. Stewie in with the trade, and he goes one better. A double kill on the stairs. How about a third? Stewie, 2K, cutting them all down, leaving Jacob on this A flank, but it's the denial at B that should secure Liquid their 5th. I like this. Jacob, he throws the deep molly so that they don't expect him to be this close. However, Nafly still bests him.
This is the other thing, though. Now you can hear when he throws them, where he throws the Molotov from. So if they were that close, this is the funny part. Gratisfaction actually runs off the, he runs off the rail to get on his head to go for the run boost, but then has to jump again. You could just jump on your teammate's head if they're crouched.
I think running off the rail means he doesn't have to crouch, though, right?
Yeah, but he still had to jump again to get him to
eject.
Yeah.
Gratisfaction Quick Tech 9. Easy headshot versus Nitro. See you later, sucker. How are Liquid gonna reel back from this one? Molly in front and a frag over the top. An additional smoke grenade being thrown here by Elige. So it's the utility that's trying to slow them down, and they'll employ the boost. Elige eyes up. He's got himself the first. Doesn't want to stick around too long, but these Tech 9s, they don't have that bullet penetration like rifles. So CT is actually quite comfortable here on site.
So far this game, we've got 2 full rifle 3K holds from 1 player on either side.
Yeah, Jonathan Jablanowski to the top of the scoreboard. Man's got 12 frags already, and there's a little bit more. 15 frags for Elige, 9 rounds deep. Again, just being a burden on this short side. He swings back for his 4th. No, the ace.
Does he actually? Yeah, dude, he's... Cool part about Elige is, you know, some people, they'd hit tab, they'd see their score, and then they'd slow down because they're, like, satisfied. Elige, he could be consistently the best rifler in the server for months at a time. Like, this was him during their what was it called? The Grand Slam run. You know, he was actually, oh my God, he hit that. Man, I feel like I knew he was going to hit it before he hit it. I feel like I reacted beforehand. That was such a crazy flick, but Naf blind doesn't matter. He keeps hitting these shots.
Nasty Nafly. Oh, they thought they had a chance in the gun round. Naf's got other ideas. Right off of an ace from Elige. Naf swings the slick flick. Let's see if Liaz's creep out mid can bring anything into fruition. JKS, great cover. All the while, Liaz, he's still honed in on that elevator peak, but it doesn't look like anybody from Liquid's going to give them their head.
Well, they fall out with a spot of mid control. It's not really scary for Team Liquid, though. They weren't pushing up to a lot of these angles. It'll be more about the site entries. Nafly seems fully prepared for the threats on A, but he is alone for the meantime. A teammate there... Sorry, not alone. Teammate just holding mid flank. But Liquid, they're interested.
Flashes go high. Liaz in second. It's Azur to lead the charge. Elige is not going to be over towards short, where he has been a burden. But 15 seconds left over, and these Molotovs denying the bomb plant. Liaz going to come back in on this. CTs throw out the grenade. That's going to be substantial damage, but they can't manage to stop it. Stewie, he is locked in position, clears short, and down goes Liaz. All the while, we've got Twist with the kill to JKS. So Jacob, 1v3, and he tries to take the player off the top rope. He stops the defuse. Jacob, he has 1 HP left, and Naf has 15. A single shot from either of these players is going to be enough for the clutch. Jacob not deciding to go for the wide swing, calling Naf's bluff. And now the time becomes a very real issue. Flash missing its target. Naf is gone. Jacob goes big on the A site, and 100 Thieves take a 4th.
We got a 1 in the chat. I know we do. That's nuts, man. The spray transfer into the bomb diffuser. Man, who cares if you die? That's a crazy way to win a round. I say that. They're actually kind of low in terms of buys on this round, but that was beautiful. Man, this was straight GoldenEye by Stewie to come onto the A ramp and ends up getting traded. This is so sick. Stewie 1 health from killing this player, and he ends up 1v3ing. Cool to see the round rest on a nice edge, but go 100 Thieves way.
A aggression, very quick. Nitro looking for the gunfight, taking the heads. Looking for a third, but Elige through the smoke is gonna get it. Oh no, 100 Thieves. This is an awful feeling. Jacob with an incredible clutch last round, but the only survivor in that 10th round, and now already they are facing a 2 versus 5. This round's been live for like 30 seconds, and it's carnage on the A ramp.
Yeah, another 3 kills unanswered. Elige barely low, sitting in sandbags. They have a Molotov for him if they want to try to use it, but I bet he just swings on it. There's no reason for him to hide. They trade out 1 for 1, they're winning.
Yeah, the moment he hears any kind of a utility pin, it's the wide swing. Liaz, maybe he gets that one short. Excellently done, just through the side of the corner. But yeah, Elige, I mean, he's been the insurance policy this entire time. Sees the bomb carrier, drops that one, and knows where Liaz is at. He extends for the gunfight off of the flashbang. Nice assist there from Stu. A 7th for Team Liquid.
I think Elige is literally up to 4 or 5 3K holds on the A site. I would like to get confirmation, maybe from the desk after this, but from the A site, we know he's gotten at least 3 3K rifle rounds, and I think we had 2 3K eco rounds as well. Literally 5 3K holds, if I'm not mistaken. That's so amazing. We're not even done this half. He's up to 19 and 4. Yeah. 100 Thieves take attack timeout. More of a stress break, if anything. If you only count Twist headshots, he had 8 fewer kills a DreamHack Master than Azur going into this game. Only headshots. Holy.
152 headshot kills to 160 total frags.
Total frags. Wow, get daddied. Yeah, man. We've been looking at Twist's stats, all masters with the headshot percentages. He's putting up scream numbers relatively like over less time, but in 3 or 6 months, upwards of 60% headshot. Sometimes it's crazy how good his crosshair placement is. First bullet accuracy to the head with the rifles. One of many efficient riflers on the team. And 100 have 4 rounds, but it doesn't feel like they have. Doesn't feel like they have any.
All 5 of their players here on the ramp, so sizing up the A site, and I think short side is a good call this time. You can see Gratisfaction trying to sniff it out, but the defense sits back. It is, of course, Naf and Nitro. A little bit blocked out by the smoke. We did see good grenades, and then an excellent push from Stewie last time, nearly preventing Liaz from putting the bomb down. So T's go in with everything they've got. A single flashbang is what they have left over. Now we get that counter utility, and sure enough, it starts softening them up. But JKS, he goes for the alternative plant, and Stewie and Nitro each able to take a couple of kills. Now, hold on. Stewie back in with another. Elige adding to the tally. Gratisfaction, no post plant for him. 8 seconds left over, does not want to die after time. So Elige takes him down. Even with JKS trying to change up the bomb plant, they're managing it to kill them through smoke.
There's only 2 real differences in those bomb plant zones, and yeah, they just go bowling. They're like, well, you change the position of the pins, but we hear the audible through the smoke. Something stopping us from aiming here. They drop it right on the mark. Yeah, Liquid pick up another clean eco. And it is really hard to plant the bomb, I'll be fair. But yeah.
Bowling with machine guns. Sounds a bit easy.
Bowling with machine guns, right.
Flashes being eaten here by Elige. Looks like Liquid want to extend a bit, but you know what? We've seen them here just drop down some utility, and then immediately fall back.
You see, we're not seeing, since the pistol round, we're not seeing action towards B. And anything they do towards mid is only to establish control so that they don't push. But they're absolutely doing nothing with it apart from that. They haven't tried to flank off mid. They haven't tried to split B through mid. That's not to say it's a bad thing. It's just to say that I feel like they're only making Liquid stronger on the A holds. Because if anything that they're talking about after each round is what they need to change or adjust at A. And the defense gets more and more calcified, it only becomes harder to win rounds.
Liege ever present on this A site, trying to get eyes down, but they make a little bit of noise, and it seems like Liaz knows what's up. Yeah, he's going to try to dunk on him, but misses the mark as they just changed the angle, boosting a bit more to the right. You called into question the lack of B play. Well, here's one for you, Mohan. 30 seconds, and Gratisfaction finds that first kill. Now, it should be Stewie over here behind green, and he's burned out into the open, unable to stop Gratisfaction, whose 2K has been crucial to finding this bomb on site. Now, JKS looking for another, but it's just the solo kill for him, and it's not going to be easy getting into this retake. 100 Thieves burning down the clock, finding the proper timing for the B hit, and more importantly than anything, this man, Gratisfaction, impactful when it comes to fighting Liquid.
Definitely, yeah. And that's nice. We got a bit more variety is really good. It feels for sure like Liquid. We're just not anticipating it to be B. The whole meme of being a B player is that, not on this map, but like say Mirage, where there's a lot less action, is that nobody comes to your site for 6 rounds, and then the one round you do, you're not ready because you've actually fallen asleep at the wheel because they never come there. And here they come across that first entry, they find an in-between timing where a player's spamming. Like certainly they're a bit more unprepared. And that's why, of course, you've got to have some different, make your setups a bit more dynamic to open up options on both sides of the map. And Twist is obviously kind of upset that this lurk comes through. But yeah, it's like at A, they're pretty much prepared for everything at this point. And it's no surprise that a T game plan leans towards A, but you need to entertain the idea, at least that poses the threat that you could be going elsewhere as well, especially because the rotations will come in too quickly. So not a bad round there for 100 Thieves. They get to 5, more of a respectable territory. However, to make things even worse for both these teams, it's a very T-sided map in all of their games.
No boost, Liquid. Been pretty significant in gathering information for them, but looks like they'll be more passive on the A site this round too. We didn't see anybody's perspective, but we did just have the CTs kind of take a gander down those B stairs, and they didn't see anything. So it's for that reason that they definitely want to keep leaning 3 towards A. And I think the utility coming over right here is going to confirm that for them. 40 seconds left. And Naf, he wants eyes on short side. That's where Gratisfaction looks to attack from first. More and more utility. Definitely a warning sign as to what's to come. They burn out the close corner, so Gratisfaction only has to look forward. And then this smoke grenade clearly meant to cover the cross. Naf pumping shots through the angle. He's meant to be burnt out. He has to jump to the top of the box, and he finds a little bit of salvation here. Great grenades and a spray from Elige. That's going to cut back the man advantage. You see the additional utility damage there versus Grat, Liaz, and Azur. But we do have 100 Thieves falling back onto short side. Nitro, he's going to decide to push through. Team Liquid really looking for these gunfights, and Nitro, while fully blind, goes ahead and takes it. They are so clumped up. Azur, he comes in with a big 2-piece. It all falls into the 2v2. Near equal HP. We do have the defuse being stuck, however. Nitro, he robs it with 2 players alive.
Oh, he's just a bit too far out. They don't anticipate it. They thought he got off to go for another trade. Whoa, man, that's a blunder. Oh, they were so close to actually winning that. Look, as you pointed out, they abused this clump up. I mean, there's a lot of great things to say about the way Liquid played it up until that point, but then, yeah, Thieves, they made sure the round wasn't over, and they weren't just going to sit back, take utility, and then lose slowly. They wanted to fight, which was great. Oh boy. Well, It's something back for that round that they lost to Jacob, who 1v3'd versus that A-Holt. Funnily enough, a couple of clutches have gone the way of 100 Thieves in these rounds too, I think. Wow, we can move into the last round of the half. Kind of a tragic way to drop it. Your A-takes finally start to go well. You get the 2v1 in your favor, but the full stick comes out. One thing I love that Liquid are doing is they're actually not responding to the nades up the A ramp. If they're playing their full passive setup, they wait for the bomb to go down, and they have killed the planter almost 100% of the time. Oh, he spotted. Uh-oh. Does he still win though? Ooh, yeah, of course he still wins.
Liege, dude, 5.0 kill to death ratio right now.
What?
Wait, let me double check. I said it out loud and then it didn't seem real.
It sounds
but
good.
I think he's 25-5, man. Here's Nafly running through smoke. Cut down by Gratisfaction immediately, so. They will have that bomb plant. Theirs for the taking. Yeah, 25-5. I just couldn't believe my own words.
Yeah,
but he is that nut. 163 ADR in one half. And you know what? Here's the best part. He could even go better.
He's not even
Final
dead.
round of the first half. He is still up and fighting. Liaz goes down and fights Stewie, dealing with that flank. So it's 3 CTs to move forward. They're just going to go ahead and drop a smoke on top of the bomb site. Great wall bang from Gratisfaction. That is substantial damage. Liege not finding anything else. It's Twist in the 1 versus 2, just desperately trying to stick this. And Gratisfaction has other ideas. A second post plant there in the A site. This time, no defuse. 3 rounds the lead for Liquid as they'll switch to the T side. Join us after the break for the second half of Vertigo.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Show me the money. Show me the money. Yeah. 'Cause it feels good right now. Yeah. Gotta show me the money. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Never been around wealth, now I'm surrounded. Nice cars at the mansion right next to the fountain. CEOs in business suits and private accountants. Yeah. Summertime parties by the pool, we lounging. Then by night we out stunting on the main strip. Out of state trips, cars with the paint drip. How could you hate this? Jewelry in my chain sit. That's the life I wanna live. Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. It's all about the lifestyle. Yeah. It's all about the lifestyle. Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. It's all about the lifestyle. It's all about the lifestyle. Yeah. Come on. Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. Never have to worry if I have enough dough. Fashion show out in Paris in the front row. Party every night, I don't have time to sleep. Next day it's the same, just rinse and repeat. Summertime trips on the yacht to the island. Squad rolling with me and we do a lot of wildin'. Bottle of whatever you want, just put your order in. You can have as much as you want, there's plenty more of them. Yeah, show me the money. Show me the money. It's all about the lifestyle. It's all about the lifestyle. Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. It's all about the lifestyle. It's all about the lifestyle. Show me the money.
DreamHack Masters Spring 2020, bringing to you now 100 Thieves and Team Liquid in the second half of Vertigo.
Brought to you by AT&T.
Lily, omnipresent.
And sourdough. Yeah, that's right. Alish has 25 kills. Alish is 25 and 6.
Dude, nobody else has 10 frags.
Oh my.
A leash. An absolute animal. What kind of animal? Probably one with big teeth and sharp claws. And just a little bit of compassion. You know, like a lioness or something.
And multilingual.
That's true. Jack of all trades, man. Let's see if the second pistol goes well for Team Liquid. You know that a successful start to this T side could be great for them. But thus far, it's Jacob with the opening kill, and Liaz and Gratisfaction. So 3-piece so far for the CTs. Naf trying to hold them back. It's knives out. Oh, Azur gonna go ahead and pop him. Elige drops one.
Shit.
Drops
He killed him.
two. That's just kind of bonkers.
He just killed him on the boost? I didn't even see the flick, man. What? Holy moly. And if Nafak got that kill, that was round over. He's 27 off the second half. Did you see that?
Let's get that
Again?
replay.
Yeah, please, man.
Cue it up. All right.
I guess, yeah, this first is more important, but...
Dude. Oh my god. Dude, you could watch that in super duper slow motion.
Dude, you need like 120 frames just to see that properly.
Yeah, I'm gonna need 2 pairs of glasses, please.
I need a telescope and a microscope.
Yeah. Elige, okay, clearly, switching over sides isn't gonna slow this man down. So sure, his teammates also die around him, and he's unable to win the 1 versus 3. Boo-hoo. I don't think that's a solution to the problem. Elige, he is looking to rock the Thieves' socks off. They go for the top middle control. Liaz seems to want to get eyes downstairs, and there are 2 players back here, one of which is pretty well equipped in twists. Nitro, even the Deagle, going to be able to succeed. Azur, just on the other side of smoke, repositions for a second. He drops the third before the gun goes dry. Gratisfaction and twists in with 1. Almost, again, a wild round. Very chaotic moments in these first 2 of the second half.
Yeah. Yeah, they, I was going to say, man, I swear to God, getting the bomb plant on the pistol round on T side is better than winning the pistol. It's literally better because you bait the CTs into a buy that's not actually as great as you think. And then if you win, you just stomp the confidence. You pull back 2 rounds. It's absurd. So it's important by Azur, of course. He's an extremely impactful player. We were talking about KAST during the break, and yeah, Azur just finished a map recently with 100% KAST. He's always kind of helping out in rounds they win.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, Elige are they prey? No.
Whoa.
Okay, nicely done.
Yep, but there are a couple of Deagle kills coming in for Liquid. I was curious whether Liaz's barrel would be spotted on that angle, but the players on stairs didn't seem to see it. And this 3v3 unfolds. You know, look at Stewie. Stewie's he's on a mission right now. Mission Operation Space Creation. But he kind of stutter steps it, and in doing so, this is just going to let Azur get all the closer on the flank. So 100 Thieves in full control of the situation. The only way Team Liquid get out of this pickle is by smashing open one line of the defense. Gratisfaction, he's going to be fully flashed, still standing though. So the Deagle not doing Stewie too good. And here's Azur. Yep, that flank. We always knew the flank was going to be instrumental. Down goes the second of the 3, and Stewie empty-handed. So excellent hold there by 100 Thieves. Sure, they give up the bomb plant, but it's not the end of the world. They get the team ace.
Yeah, everyone working together. That is the magic and value of 100 Thieves. They always do a good job of working together in unison. Grad's doing well, man. So is Azur, actually. You know, 80, anything above 80 is a great grade. JKS not having a great map. Used up a lot of his fuel, I guess, versus Furia. Not a great sign. Again, this isn't a bad map for him either. Had extraordinary stats. The last time they played Vertigo, specifically 26 and 19 and 98 ADR the last time he played Vertigo.
Whoa, Jacob, he's going to get blindsided. JKS was there to trade it, but Elige found a good bit of timing. Although I think in this situation, any of these rounds, if you can kill Elige after he gets only 1, that is a huge success. Because remember, the next best is at 10 frags here for Team Liquid. So as long as you're not letting Elige rip up the turf. Whoa, he throws a smoke and a frag comes flying back. JKS barely alive.
See, we gotta watch how Team Liquid work the A ramp. They do this so well, and they're also great at those post-plant spams. We saw some nice ones actually from Gratisfaction to pull some of those closer rounds together for 100 Thieves in the first half. But yeah, Team Liquid's nades behind the yellow wall is actually one of the reasons they do so well on the T side.
Working ever closer. Utility
Molly.
comes back. Yep. Oh, no, it's not going to spread far enough. Naf finds a little tiny sanctuary. Still, he's going to take some damage. But they're okay. They've got the 4v4 post-plant CTs with a decent collection of utility for the retake attempt. 3 flashbangs, single smoke now thrown. That's going to block off Stewie. He is the only player this committed to short, and he's probably just trying to find the perfect opportune moment to come flying through this. Azur has to keep him back. All the while, Bomb is already beyond the halfway point, and it's a deep plant. Azur versus Stewie, right up in the smoke. Twist! That's a huge 3-player spray down, and we get 3 survivors as well for Team Liquid, unless the bomb almost blows up, but double digits secured for Liquid.
Did we just get a glimpse of this? And then up. Oh, man. Dude, they just stood no chance. We see how much time is delayed. They all are forced to peek, and there's still 3 players left on the A ramp, plus Stewie in the smoke. Their own smoke that they threw stopped them from being able to kill Stewie. They had no plan for getting that. They had to get the A ramp frags as well. Liquid outplayed them on the grenade front. They somehow worked the A ramp and still have enough grenades left over to get onto the site, take almost no damage for the plant. I mean, we talk about Liquid's aim, but even their game plan looks a little bit sharper. Back to pistols.
It was a little scary. Azur, his solution to trying to deal with Stewie, we saw him just as Stewie goes through the smoke. Azur was just trying to line up the smoke spam. So, you know, that's not a very guaranteed tactic. And we saw it unravel for the CT side. Obviously, it takes the heroics from Twists. I'm still a little blown away from that one. He was probably inspired by Elige in the pistol. Great grenade back here from the CT side, their last piece of utility. So we don't expect much from these pistol players, but they do have a trick up their sleeve. Check this out. Gratisfaction just going to hope to hell that nobody comes around short, and there's Elige. So now he is made to look like a fool. He is sent soaring downwards, 70 floors to his death. And JKS almost lines up the damage through smoke. The bomb plant, oh, it gets denied. Liaz is like, try me. Nafe is able to answer, but Jacob then with the pistol? How? How is this falling apart for Team Liquid? These CTs are so dangerously close, but now Nitro, well, he does have the cover of his teammates, and it's from this point on that Liquid secure it.
He's already got 30 kills, my friends. It's round 21, and Alicia's 30 kills. Yeah, so it was nice. It was close. I mean, some of these same approaches, what we want to see on the CT side, getting some smoke spam in. It's an unfortunate necessity on this map is that damage has to be done through the smoke to win the round. Nades have to land on the other side of the ramp to win the round. So unconfirmed damage is the name of the game on the A site. And they didn't really even have a well-placed grenade like that, except for that eco. That was, you know, throw that same nade again, really, because that was beautiful. However, the CTs don't prioritize them. In every single one of Liquid's buys on CT side, they prioritized a minimum of 3 ATs and didn't use them until they heard a bomb plant.
It's weird, dude. As you said, frag grenade. We saw JKS just dunk one on Stewie over towards that A ramp. So you said it, right? Name of the game, unconfirmed damage on A. There's 40 HP gone to start the round.
Yeah, let's go. Is that the same one? Maybe that was the eco one. I didn't even notice because I was looking at his at everyone's utility. But yeah, they've got none left.
Utility is the warning sign. So JKS knows he's got to get that fresh magazine in, but ooh, uh-oh. We've got a slight little gap in this smoke. It's not going to give him vision onto Nitro, but it will ensure that the Molotov flusters him off of the bomb site. Naf with the great grenade. Uh-oh, Azur, he's in the corner. Nitro. Oh, he almost doesn't catch it, but just in the nick of time. And Azur hops up into the air, scared more than anything. Check out the HP bar here for Team Liquid. Looking like a SoundCloud link and a half, man. This one's donezo.
Middle finger there, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Elige is the big middle finger, man.
He is, yeah. He's a big
on that, 30
throbbing,
frags.
bright red middle finger. Yeah. So yeah, look how easy they make it look. They're even the ones to get the nade kills on the T side. Okay, yeah, that's
Scroll drum.
I know. God damn it.
Every time I see one, I have to pretend like I don't.
It's not user error though. It's manufacturer error.
Here we go. Run boost for Twist. Hup, hup. He flies into the B site, and it worked.
Baby.
Because we had Liaz distracted by the players just beneath him. Twist swoops in. And down goes Liaz. That calls Gratisfaction closer to the B site. And we'll see if 100 Thieves can manage this. Elige did take a ton of damage in the meantime. But Twist, he's going to pop his head up. Oof. Gratisfaction's ready for it.
Oh, he did. Well, he gets the 10 damage dink.
Yeah. Little 20 damage dink. Tee. Just goes ahead and creeps back underneath the stairs. So Twist, he'll serve as the troll this round.
It shouldn't make that sound unless you do like 60 damage or more. It shouldn't
Agreed.
even make the sound.
Well, shoots him through the staircase. Hazard down for the count. Didn't even seem to think that was a looming threat. 5 versus 3 and a patient Team Liquid just walk up the ramp. Because of the kills and the action unfolding over at the B site, obviously 100 Thieves have to start bolstering it. And now that they hear all this utility on the other side of the map, they realize they've been fooled.
Completely drawn out. As they win the default, pull the rotations out as if A site wasn't easy enough to take. It's open fort. It's okay for 100 Thieves because they don't want to. They at least get to carry the guns over. I mean, of course, unless they get hunted down. We'll see. The Grat's got a good angle for this, yeah, and a teammate to help out. Ooh,
damn!
Nice second kill.
Yeah, he's swinging the big green. Nitro looking for a final frag, perhaps, but 100 Thieves have done a good job of just tucking themselves away safely. He's really going to chase the issue, and he takes down the Opper. Almost a second as well.
They can't get it back. They had no time to grab it. Oh my god, that's actually such a big frag to lose. See, this is what happened the last time, except they didn't continue with the run. They just ran onto his head, then jumped again to time it, and then ran off. On 100 Thieves. So Liquid knocking on the door of victory on the first map. Of course, 100 Thieves map pick once again. Jacob trying to pull off a creep this time down the ramp. Into the smokes. Doing his little art impression. Not scouting out anybody, but it looks like 100 Thieves have pulled, or sorry, Liquid have pulled back completely, so he could potentially go get some more information.
Yeah. We got tons of map control here for Liquid. Look at Liaz. I mean, he's got to keep his head on a swivel. He could be attacked from 3 directions. Still, he's able to survive. And Azure cuts down the second player from mid. So all that's left over are the 3 Ts who came up from the B stairs. And it's a 2v5 post plant. So 100 Thieves, they weren't in the right position at the right time, but so far so good. Elige in with 1. Nitro, a little bit of cover here, continues the spray down, but they get swept away. And Team Liquid give 100 Thieves a 10th.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. Good start. Nice kills on mid. Good awareness from Liaz. Did they hang anybody inside the site? Was there anybody solo holding the site with Liaz supporting from mid? No. So yes, they
Liaz
played
was
it.
The solo.
That's cool. Just played it from the perimeter. Allow the site to be taken. It's actually not that bad. Again, you've got the good grenades for it. You don't have to waste too many holding it. Yeah, not bothering to push up in that situation. 100 Thieves cross into the double-digit mark. And this is the round. Jacob, last round, got so much information on the A ramp as well.
Gratisfaction. Yeah. I mean, they get the pick. They have the 5v4, but check out the health there for Jacob and Grat.
Yeah. Imagine the spots they won't play now because of the nades.
Or maybe Gratisfaction is just going to take the front of all this. Oh, dude, there's 4 T's all clumped up, but nobody's checked Azur. He eats a flash ever so slightly, buys his time, and knocks them both down. Very patient play from Azur, not panicking despite the flash.
Just wonderful from Azur. And I think he was fantastic on the pistol as well, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of very important rounds. We see him show up, come alive, knock him down like bowling pins. Really well done here by the Sandbags. Sandbags push, and Team Liquid will call attack this time. There's some chatter in the chat. Okay, Jonathan, multi-kill, Jablanowski. Alish has 5 double kills, 2 triple kills, a 4K, and an ace. He has more multi-kills than deaths in the first half. Wow, man. 2 triple kills? Is that right?
Yeah, he's putting up kills like a drive-through order. I'm going to take 5 double-doubles, hit me with the triple, supersize the single kills, and no salt.
Yeah, some salt for the other team.
Yeah, sprinkle it on.
Throw in some
100
salt
Thieves,
for the guy next.
they shouldn't be too salty. They took a ton of damage at the start of last round. It seemed to me like Team Liquid were confident that they had dealt enough damage to trade frag efficiently, but that slippery Azur tucked behind the Sandbags, that was really the difference maker. And Liquid look to take a site at the start of this one too.
I'd like a verification on the stat, though. I feel like I can point to 4 rounds where he got 3 kills in the first half, but I feel very confident about that. But maybe I'm convoluting the aces as well as the 4Ks with those 3K rounds. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure. But either way, it's insane.
Maybe you've just been wooed by Jonathan. You're compromised, Launders.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the wallbang fight. Not going too hot for JKS. Nitro and Stewie are tagged up ever so slightly, but everything's fine at the minute mark. Little wall of smoke thrown up on the bomb site, and the CTs are both above it and within it. Gratisfaction, he gets activated, and there's another flash for him. Perfect! It's right on the mark. JKS with the double flash assist, Jacob with the double kill. And Naf, he is left coming in from mid to pick up the pieces, but I think his hands are full, man. 4 CTs ahead of him, 30 seconds left over to play, no bomb control, and they're dodging him at this point. He could be as silent as he wants, but by the time they figure out where he is, he's just not going to have time to win this.
Yo, wow, the trade's actually so sick on the A ramp there. They get into good spots. It looked a bit scary for JKS, who tried to come through with some spam damage, but definitely got more in return. Flash timing's great here. It's JKS on the assist. Trades come out, but they've got the second layer of defense up in an off angle, up by the pillar. So Liquid get pulled forward into these fights they actually don't want. Not so bad here for 100 Thieves, stopping them before they get onto the bomb plan zone, putting an end to the threat of the economy coming into play. Push back here with the
shot and he falls back. Molotov on the boost, so that's going to force a player forward, and Gratisfaction gobbles him up.
They'll need to boost just to get that gun back.
Yeah, despite the struggles of 100 Thieves on Vertigo, you know, it's good practice playing a team like Furia before a team like Liquid on it. I feel like their A holds and A aggression has been much better in this matchup, but Gratisfaction and JKS, they've just got this killer pinch going on in mid. Naf again, the last man left, but this time it's worse. It's 1v5. He's got a minute to do so, and they line up. You can imagine a world where he knocks them both back, but right now it's 100 Thieves round after round. We are tied at 13 apiece.
Yeah, and you know what? Alish has only gotten 1 kill in the last 7 rounds, I believe. We're looking at round 20, I think, at the point where he got 30. And it's not his fault. I don't want to blame Alish. But yeah, everyone else hasn't really caught up. It's over 2,000. Alish did 2,300 damage in that first half. Gratisfaction is 100 T's did 1,300. Wow, 1,300. Wow, that's yeah, that's insane. 1,000 more just in that one half. But how long ago it was? 100 Thieves actually looks so much better. And what we've seen from 100 Thieves in these past few times playing Vertigo is they've had a good time on T side, and CT side has been up and down. So this is looking like one of the ups. The other weird thing is that this is JKS. One of the only reasons Vertigo was even close when they played against Furia is having one of his worst maps of the tournament so far.
but don't forget your own stats, Mohan. Gratisfaction, the most impactful.
Always plays well versus Liquid.
Yes, sir, and he has 26 frags. He has a chance to not only catch, but surpass Elige at this rate. We'll see if he can keep this one going, because he has been undoubtedly the difference maker in this matchup so far. Still, many rounds to play here. Not too many, but enough. Flashbang goes high on the B stairs. We're gonna get the players trying to entry this. The defense is, of course, only Liaz, as we have seen on this B site. That's a CT smoke on the stairs. Nitro, he's gonna decide to go forward, and then they cut off Stewie from mid. But there is a second threat in Naf, caught by Jacob. Oh, dude, this is going so well for 100 Thieves. Twist's gonna try his absolute damnedest to claw this one back, but they line up for Azur. His double steals the deal. 100 Thieves, 14-13.
Wow, suddenly nobody can trade to save their lives. They come through on the entries on all of these different choke points. Twist the only one to get a real kill here. Everybody else gets eaten up. And man, Azur has been fantastic on these site holds. He's really holding it together. A lot of these very important frags, making him two sometimes. Coming into his own here in the second half for sure. They didn't even have to implore Gratisfaction to help out.
He's trying to hide behind sandbags quick.
Holy crap. 100 Thieves have a lead in this game after that first half. After even the start to the second.
He saw him.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Yep.
That's a bug.
Elige.
The clipping, we've seen it in that spot twice so far this week.
Yes. Elige's little tushy sticking out there, you know? Gratisfaction gives it a slap. And now Elige has to watch from the sidelines. So Gratisfaction actively taking down the top fragger of Team Liquid and trying to put himself at the top of the server's scoreboard. He is still 4 kills behind that of Elige, but maybe that's why there's still 4 Ts standing. Gratisfaction almost.
What?
Almost. It's too thick of a...
give him that.
Yeah, you'd think, right? But man's trying to shoot through too many boxes. JKS has not been able to see anything because of the consistency in these smokes, but check out the utility disparity. So many nades left over here for 100 Thieves, but the bomb has actually ticked halfway, and Nitro, he's sick of waiting for the retake. He decides to sprint inwards. 2 defenders left here, Stewie and Naf, trying to lock it down, but Stewie needs to reload. He's gonna jump out into the open. Naflight just has to keep them off the defuse. He extends, and he's dead, and it's 100 Thieves with 15.
I can't believe we're seeing 100 Thieves take 15 after this in this CT side. This takes resolve. The comeback is here. After what we saw, and there's a clipping getting abused. Unfortunately, Elige out of the round. It was, an ecoing round, but a close one, honestly. And I like the post-plan attempt. We saw Furia do this exact same thing and actually worked out quite well, where once the smoke comes up, they're the aggressors because some of the nades are focused towards the A ramp and J Hall. They decide to, since they only have pistols, to close the distance first. And it makes it a bit scary for 100 Thieves, but again, the trades are so much better. Wow,
See, at least they got the guns back.
Yeah.
Come on, Liquid, what you got? Don't forget either 100 Thieves picking up both pistol rounds, converting for 3-0 starts on both halves. And if this game ends up boiling down to just a 1-round difference, then you cannot ignore those strong starts. Almost on the money.
Yeah. What's been good by 100 Thieves is they're not actually losing bodies in these spots. Well, I say that, JKS. Yeah, that's an opening on the A site.
Yes, sir, but here's the flank. Already giving up his hand. Yeah, Azur, he's just going to lay down the smoke, try to be a nuisance. He doesn't want to die.
Oh, my God.
But he will. Elige, he doubles back for it as the bomb plant goes down. So Liaz shaving off a kill through the smoke as Jacob does the exact same thing. We are immediately back into the 3 versus 3 and the health near even. Bombs ticking and all the remaining utility basically here for the CT side. Naf has a single flash And it looks like Stewie, he wants to get close to the bomb. He's gonna have just the edge of the smoke to play off of. Jacob, he goes down first and foremost. 2 defenders left. Stewie, he's trying to make sure no one defuses in the middle of it all. Gratisfaction, no scope through the smoke, but the bomb's gonna pop, and Team Liquid have already won the round.
We've gone to OT once before, I think, on this very map. Yep, we have. 16-19 in favor of Liquid when we saw them last take Vertigo into overtime. And it was a 10-5 comeback on the T side from, 5 rounds of CT, 10... Oh no, it was a 10-round half from 100 Thieves on the T side, yeah. To start things off, but they are doing it on CT now. Still a chance to close this 16-14, but we saw what the most important kill there was JKS dying through the smoke, the opening 5v4. Open lines for Elige to move quickly and get up into the site for control. That threw things through a loop for 100 Thieves. And that doesn't mean they want to be too tepid. They still got to work, hold them off, do some damage.
Try to get aggressive.
Fast. Yeah. Oh, is this a good idea?
JKS just very wary of any sort of a short play. Nothing in that direction. T's decide to molly it off. Gratisfaction welcomes them to walk into his scope. You can see Azur floating between middle and A. Still a little timid, still a little worried it might be from multiple directions, but Gratisfaction, he gets blown off of the bomb site. Now it's JKS and Azur over top of the boost. He drops the bomb, but now Liaz, he is going to have to clutch or it's overtime. And Elige planting inside of default. He gets hit by the CT's nade. This is a health advantage for Liaz. He still has the smoke and the flash, and he gets it down to the 1 versus 1. He needs to figure out where Naf is at. And Nafly, with ice in his Canadian veins, just sits back behind sand and waits. Liaz, he's gonna smoke off that bomb. This could elicit some sort of a peek from Nafly. There goes the final flash. And Liaz looking for it. Oh, he sees him, but he can't take it down. Naf ready for the peek, and I hope you're ready for OT, because Team Liquid secure it.
Holy crap, they pull it back in the final few yards. I cannot believe it. We've gotten here. We're into OT. It's a reset. They throw Liquid a lifeline. Liaz, I mean, he's a clutch wizard. We've seen him pull off situations like that. You think maybe he could pull off the 16-14, but versus Nafly, nope. No shame in that, obviously. But this is when it gets a bit scary. Okay, they tried the aggressive option. I called for it, but was that the correct one? Oh, this time it ends up being good again. Elige started off their T side on a rifle by doing that exact same play and getting a kill. This time, 100 Thieves respawn. Jacob comes out with a few broken limbs, but still is in the round and his full utility belt on his waist. He can have a lot of impact despite his HP.
Again, just favorably taking down Elige before he gets multi-kills. He is still constantly getting 1, but we're not getting those big frag moments anymore because they shut him down early, round after round.
He's not been a fan of T-side. I know he's not a fan of Vertigo.
Two deep smokes enables the cross. T's on site. Stewie, he may jump over here. And JKS, well, he's boosted, so that would definitely be the first point of contact. JKS bests him. Bomb will go down on the very corner of the bomb site. Twist, kind of given a chance because of Stewie making the sacrifice and drawing all the fire. It costs him his teammate, but Twist is able to retreat back. So we've got Elige and Stewie taken out of the equation. Smoke grenades forward here for, 100 Thieves, but a dirty tap from Naf. Gratisfaction claws it back. Twist now off of the flash, tries to swing wide. They're inside of the smoke, trying to stick the defuse. Nitro needs to line it up. It's close, but it's covered. He gets through with the defuse. 2 survivors for 100 Thieves.
Oh my god. I thought that was wrapped for 100 Thieves. They were doing so well before the bomb went down. They got this opening frag. They had 4 smokes on the post plant, and then it still comes this close. There's a great flashbang from Twist to help them secure a couple of frags, and of course that raunchy head-to-head on the A ramp versus some of the boosted positions is really trying to displace your opponent's aim for 1 second and then completely punish if possible. And it almost goes south there for 100 Thieves, but they grab the CT round, and we know how valuable these are. Oh Oh my god, he's been tagged in the smoke. Oh, Liege finally, he gets his kill. Stewie trades the guy in the back. Almost no chance now on the A ramp for our last man to survive. He finally finds a point of sanctuary. JKS will fall back into the site, but Azure moves into the sandbags, and we've seen what this spot can do for him.
Yeah.
However, they've got 4 Molotovs.
You would absolutely hope that one of those 4 would fall on sandbags, but it may not even be needed. Azure extends on the back shelf and gets thrown to the floor. We saw JKS lose his half health early, but he is still alive and kicking. It looks like the CTs, they're gonna play on their own terms. They're gonna get aggressive. Naf, he's the first man to fall. There's 4. And Elysian Nitro, they stop it. Good trade frags back. Things look scary there, but I definitely respect the Thieves for trying to get aggressive.
You have to try to pull back the advantage one way or another. This is the opping and A ramp that we see with teams that have a primary on all maps. With Liquid, it changes hands sometimes, but Stewie now playing that more classic position in overtime. They weren't saving for the op previously. Didn't feel like they needed it, but they stopped the A ramp aggression. And we'll see if 100 Thieves, if that scares them or not. They are going to be peeking down once again, but it's Gratisfaction to face this time around. He'll take the peek. And that would have been a 1 duel by him, so good of him to get into that position and not be as scared of Stewie. But look at Stewie hunting in the background. Oh, Gratisfaction, Elise, he's gone.
Dude. Gratisfaction, the big game hunter. Liege will come up empty-handed. We've seen him taken out of the early rounds like 4 or 5 times quite recently. So not only is Gratisfaction just impactful versus all of Liquid, but specifically, I would love to know his head-to-head kill count versus Liege. Oh.
Man, this is such a tough map to call. Both teams being raked over the coals every single round. They're begging for these hot individual spray downs. Like, feels like these multi-kill holds are the reason you win or lose. Now it's backed up heavily towards B. Liaz's next best friend is over on mid on A side.
Ooh, that's a well-timed flash. They're still blinded. They ate a second flash. They tried to go in after the first one, but JKS lent a helping hand. Now, Twist is still able to trade it, and they're going to try to extend around into the bomb site, but Gratisfaction giving great cover. Nafly only 1. It's 2 CT rounds for 100 Thieves as they switch over to the T side of overtime.
We all saw those flashbangs from JKS, right? He was over in mid, flashing over the wall for them. Liaz, it looked like he was alone. But he was a friend in need, and JKS, yeah, he was ready. He just hit his push to talk and said, now. They pushed the button. Flashes came over. Opening kill came in. 100 Thieves take a lead. They move on to T side. We'll see if they can fix their issues from the first half. And if a Liege has really slowed down, or it's just that he's not as comfortable on the attacking side.
I don't think it's too difficult to imagine a world where Elish starts putting up multi-kills again because he has found the comfort of CT side. But time will tell. We've got the utility thrown over and Elish on a hot flank. And now that he's slipped past short, nobody's going to be able to check him. JKS just went down there. He hears JKS stampeding down Elish. He's in the middle, and he controls the spray down for a second and a third. There's the bomb planter, and Elish nearly single-handedly wins the round. Gratisfaction now, 1 versus 4, and the CTs try to take to the high road. They're so grouped up already. He throws the flashbang, tries to find cover, pops back up, sees all the heads, and Stewie's defusing in the meantime. Team Liquid bully past because Elish comes in big.
Well, I think we got our answer. If you weren't scared of Elish, then yeah, it seems like it was just waiting for him to get over back to the defending side. And here he is from a new angle coming up on the flank, absolutely dismantling the offense. That was an amazing play from Elish. Don't know how he got there, if he had pushed through mid this round. He's sometimes been dedicated on A, so we don't know why he switched. And we don't know if he can pull that off again. But yeah, clearly he's still just as focused as ever, but more prepared to defend than attack. Oh my God.
Already finding one. Early days here, but Jacob brings it back. Elish is going to commit to this duel. Oh, trying to find the best of timing. He drops the leash to 52 HP. Twist, he was on the B stairs early, but JKS is close. And even as he slinks back into the bomb site, Twist takes a kill with him. So man advantage for Team Liquid, and an 18th secures double OT at the least.
Oh, yeah. Oh boy.
They're about to walk in. Twist, he lines him up. That's great damage, and he's got the frag, and he's got the friend. Stewie taking one out of the sky. Twist as well with another kill, but Azur drops empty-handed. It is Team Liquid with an 18th round.
Another multi-kill hold. Twist coming up to a positive scoreline here at 21, looking like he has 30. Very nicely done to stay alive on all of these positions. Good cover from the off to support. It's the T sides that have been tough for both teams. And of course, Liquid, we had so many good things to say about their CT side, whether the bomb was down, whether it was a B side hold, A side hold, full holding the lurk on mid. They were doing everything really well. So once we switched over, that the problems became bad. A flaccid T side, if Elish had done exactly 0 damage in the second half, he would still have the best ADR on his team at 15-15. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, nobody picked it up. The thing is, nobody picked it up, as well as Elish didn't do much. You know, we were talking like 1 kill in 6 rounds or 7 rounds at one point for Elish, but everybody else was still floating from 10 to 14. But now we're back on CT side again. Team Liquid, they need this single round to win the map after an amazing comeback by 100 Thieves.
Ooh. It's close. Close to the spray down. It's always such a gamble, man. I do feel like sometimes just spamming through these smokes is like playing a slot machine. You're either going home broke, walking away with some golden coins. Right now, everybody's okay. Oh, this is that Molotov that lands on the construction connector. So that's going to screw Stewie out of quickly getting over to the B site. Twists with minimal cover, hiding behind quad. Feel like he definitely needs somebody to draw his attention, or rather draw attention away from him.
Man, this is a whole... Oh, okay, you know what? I like the... Well, actually, no, they're committing. Oh my god.
Yeah, Twist. Oh, he sees them go past. He's able to knock down just the first. Azur, great trade. Then he focuses forward over towards green. It's the generator that Stewie tries to hide behind. He jumps back into cover. 3 versus 3 situation as Elish comes up on the flank already, so they know about him. And Nitro, well, it's going well here for Team Liquid. They will find 19. That's it. That's all.
Imagine laying a trap like that as Elish, who has been fragging out, to not even take the duel, pull them back. Keep the pressure up on both sides. The tension was there for Team Liquid. And finally, in OT, they get another victory on Vertigo, just to add on to the amount of times that they beat 100 Thieves. And it was a map where 100 Thieves hit 15 first on their map pick, man.
100 Thieves, I mean,
tried his damnedest.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see what the I hope dearly, not to put pressure on the analysts. They've got to be the head-to-head. I can't wait. So you know what? Listen, we'll let this one go to a break. Analysts coming up next to talk about this. 100 Thieves and Team Liquid. It's going to be a hell of a show, so don't you dare go too far. We've got Overpass up next.